Alright, hello everybody, and as you may know, we got the 4000% trio kill at Zamorak, the first Iron Man team to do so, and I thought I might do a little talk through type thing about High Enrage and the strategy that we use, which I believe is the best in the entire game out of absolutely everybody. Like, our kill times are faster, and I feel like our kills are more consistent, and also it's just easier. Like, we've got such a good strat, so I will go through it right here. So yeah, phase 1, DPS. And also make sure you put on, make sure you got one person assigned to Enfeeble and one person assigned to Stagger. Just so you get all the debuffs on. Very, very important, because Stagger makes his range hit splash 10% of the time. Pretty good, because normally those hits are 100%, but not with Stagger. Yeah, this one you just want to DPS it down. You get the 4-piece Crypt Bloom buff on the big guy, and you get like it's like you're wearing Tectonic if you get the buff, to be honest. It's super nice. But yeah, when I get him down to like 4.1, 4.2, before he summons the demons. So we're just get to those now. So demons, you want to make sure you Ice Barrage. Like, everyone has their own demon. Just Ice Barrage them, try and group them up. Ice Barrage lasts like 9 seconds. This one was a bit of a naughty demon in this particular case, so not the cleanest showcase, unfortunately, but it is what it is. But normally just Ice Barrage and just smash him down. So Demon Slayer Sigil, of course, very useful. And then when you get out, literally just target cycle, auto attack, Omni Power, and then you're basically good. You should be into phase 2 for too long. And then here's where it gets interesting, actually. So 2 of us go in here, but the person that stays outside can actually stop a lot of the healing on the grey HP. If you guys didn't know, the more hits you... Well, every tick, the boss will heal some HP. However, if the boss is damaged on that tick, then the healing does not go through. So what you want to do is you stack up like Magma Tempest and like Concentrated Blast. Yeah, Greater Concentrated Blast, Magma Tempest, Corruption Blast, and Combust. And altogether, they can actually eliminate about 75% of his healing, probably, maybe. Like, it's really, really strong. And I think this is one of the tricks that allows us to get such nice kill times, just because we're having to do so much less damage in total. It's super, super nice. Not too much to say in this particular phase, so I'm actually going to speed it up on the old Twitch VOD by a little bit. Just basically survive, do damage, and then you get demons again. Not too bad, but make sure you don't phase it yet. You don't want to phase it just yet. Very important. You want to get through the demon spec, and then you still don't want to phase it, actually, after that. Because we have a very specific spec order, which makes the fight very easy if you do it right. So we actually stall here a little bit, get him close to the HP cap, but don't actually take him over. And then wait for the Mage Cage, and then I intercept Cat over there with Devotion. Because if you're the person in the circle at High Enrage, your Devotion gets cancelled, and it's very painful. So Devotion Intercept is kind of necessary. So that's all fine. And then here we have one of 2 things can happen. You can either get the Super Skip, as I call it, which is where you do the entire red HP bar before he does a single spec. If you can do that, you get this phase on easy mode. If you don't get it, it's fine, but it just makes the phase a little bit tighter, but still very, very doable. You can see here we did get the Super Skip, so that means we have a lot of relaxing time. He goes into DPS check here because we got the skip. If you don't get the skip there, he does a melee slam and then goes into demons. So yeah, basically this just gives us a lot more time to do damage. Lets us get all our buffs on and stuff in the meantime. But if you get demons, it's fine. You can just sunshine as you come out and then phase him down, but don't phase him all the way again. It's just like last time. On this phase as well, you want to wait for the Mage Cage spec to happen, which should be in a second here. Oh wait, hang on, that's still demons. after the demons. Hang on. Demons and then Mage Cage. And we're waiting for the Mage Cage. Kind of mix up my words here. Yeah, so you want to phase both of these phases after a Mage Cage. See, Cat says HP there because we don't want to phase it. Need to be a bit careful. And there it is. So, Sept, Devotion, Happy Days. Speed through all that. We got that again, yada yada yada. This one, so now because we ended with Cage, this phase will start with a DPS check, which is perfect because we've just got our Sunshines and Staff specs up, so that should be no problem. For these DPS checks, I quite like to do an Omni Power and then a Tendrils, because if you do that, it gives you time to react to his explosion, because you won't be on global cooldown, because Tendrils only uses one global cooldown, and it keeps going. Then it gives you just enough time if you're fast to react with a Res, Reflect, and Disruption Shield, and then that will keep you perfectly safe. Make sure you use a Spirit Shield to tank it though, and don't forget your Penance Powder, very OP. Then here, just Sunshine again, we have the Rune spec. Once more, not too bad. The smoke's a bit annoying, but other than that, it's fine. And then, guess what spec we're waiting for? That's right, you guessed it. We're waiting for Mage Cage again. A large reason for this is that you really do not want to have a Mage Cage as the first spec of a phase, because if he is firing an auto attack and he attacks faster on red HP, if he fires an auto attack and then does a spec, you can literally get one tapped if it's a range hit, because he disables your pres just before the auto lands. So always make sure Mage Cage is at the end of a phase instead of the beginning. Very important. And then here's just another DPS check. So just do the good old Sunshines again. Nothing too bad over there. So I might just speed this up. There's nothing particularly exciting. But just this time use a Vitality Pot, because it's later in the fight. Your defensives are less effective. So just make sure you Vitality Pot that, and then you shall never die. I think I put Disruption Shield, Res, Vitality Pot. Oh, and Reflect as well. And it hit like a 9k or something, didn't it? So really not too bad. Then it's just Sunshine all the way down, phases at like a mil HP or something just below. However, once again, you don't want to phase it too early. You want to make sure, well, a couple of things there actually we found have been very effective. So here's a melee slam. So just Devotion that's fine. So I think he phases at like 960k here. And you see Durin on the left, he's got the bomb up above his head. Make sure you don't phase it before that bomb explodes. Because if you do, he starts attacking faster. And then he can snipe the person who has the bomb's res. And then they can die. And you don't want that. And it's also actually good to let him do a couple of autos after the melee slam anyway, because it makes him do the next spec faster. Which in this case is actually what you want, believe it or not. Because this is the most OP strat in the entire fight. So normally phase 6 is where he gets really strong. Rips through your defensives, like twin shots stacking up, like it's very scary. But not anymore. But because we phased it when we did, he starts with DPS check. And what happens if you never stun him? That's right, he takes ages to come back up. So he's like charging up damage right now, charging. Probably like a 50k hit or something. But if I Immortality and Intercept them both, look at that. We just did all the red HP and some of the green, and we barely lost anything. Super OP. And then it's just surviving the smoke for me now, which is a little tricky. Sometimes it can be very annoying, but normally it is okay. And then a little bit after this, we'll have a melee slam. Come in soon, make sure you anticipate the smoke. There's the slam, just Devotion that. Then here you want your Spirit Shield on again. Spirit Shield, Debilitate, and Reflect. And anticipate if you want Disruption Shield too. And then Res right at the end. And then here, this bit, you want to make sure, just before you phase them, you put on your Staggers and Enfeebles, just to make sure they are there. Very important. And then phase 7. I've already done a phase 7 guide, but I guess it's like a trio guide this time. So kill the demon. Trying to target cycle the rune. Unlucky. We have, actually, I'm going to slow this down. real quick. Let's go to slow speed. So yeah, I go over to the right side here and I damage this rune. Cat goes to the back runes and damages those a bit. Just like 2 abilities is good. Then we come back up here, chuck a Sunshine on Zami. Then he chooses his first rune. We see it's that one. We go over to it. And then if it's ever a back-to-back of this one, you want to go to the other one because the rune actually heals a lot. After you kill it once, it gains a lot of health, especially at high enrage. Not so much at low enrage, but definitely at high enrage. So they go to 60k instead of 25k. It's pretty rough. So we kill all our things. Very good there. We've already tsunami'd and Star Spect on the runes. Now we change to Blood Barrage because barrage hits hit faster. They travel through the air faster. Vengeance, the big melee hit. Vitality Pot as it comes out as well. And then Disruption Shield and Tendrils for the big bomb. And Eat Food and Debilitate. Grab the old Shatter. And then you hope to do a fair bit of damage. You can pop on a Reflect if you need to. I did there. Probably didn't have to, but I did. No regrets. So that's all fine. And then as long as it's like around 300k or less, generally fairly easy. This one's a little bit higher, so we had a slight damage accident, whether that be just a lack of crits or something, I don't know. And he chooses the runes again, yada yada. It's a good idea to stack some shards during this bit, even just like if you can get to like 5, it's very, very useful. But yeah, then you just get ready for round 2. You want to make sure your health is below 60%, because you get an 18% damage buff if you do. So I just lower this rune as that's the final one. Get it nice and low. And now we're going for the YOLO here, so we're going for the vest. So we're just trying to do all the damage ever before he hits us, basically. Which is, yeah, Natural Instinct, Tsunami, Staff Spec, Metamorphosis, then just go absolutely ham on him. Make sure you choose the Barrage spell before you cast Meta, because Barrage hits 1 tick faster. And here I got completely scammed, by the way. I will slow it down to show you. So I meted, and I went to cast Corruption on this guy, but unfortunately I crit the boss just beforehand, and it stored that auto attack, and it killed this rune really fast, and my crackling went off on it as well, so a bit of a disaster. But I meant to Corruption then Sonic, and then that gives me a good time to get back on the boss, but that didn't quite happen, unfortunately. So that means we were lacking a little bit less damage than we would like, so I just Sept Cat right at the end, just for the, just so I could die as the as the boss fight ends, basically. So a bit of a disaster for me, but look at that. We've got the Lord of Chaos. It's beautiful. It's golden. It's amazing. Just a slight bit of rune sabotage, otherwise we would have been absolutely fine. But at least I, at least I did a nice intercept, and it may have saved the kill. But yeah, just a bit unfortunate with the old rune there. But yeah, hopefully this this guide has helped, or guide, talk through, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is for sure the best order to have the specs. It is absolutely insane. Really cannot recommend it enough. Like, it is so free, so free. And I see so many other teams like doing these kills at high enrage, and they're just not doing what we're doing, and it's so bad in comparison. I don't get it. Like, we 100% have the best strat. So yeah, if you want to push high enrage, I'd recommend copying that spec order. And other than that, I guess we'll loot delete. Come on, past Wazzy, loot delete. What do we get? Come on, click it, click it. There we go. We got 1,320 blood runes. Big day. But most importantly, we got gold Lord of Chaos. Pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully this video will help some people. Hope you guys all enjoyed. And I think I've said everything. Oh yeah, also Crocious, please give me a Crypt Bloom Helm. I'm so fed up of not having 5-piece. It's so useful. Oh well, enjoy guys, and I will see you all next time.